Hey friends, and welcome back. This is Emergence of Evil episode 2, and thank you so much. Before I start today, I need to thank all the people who have subscribed, liked, shared, viewed my last video, and I am very happy with the response that I've got. I wasn't really expecting this much, and please continue to support me and keep sharing and subscribing and liking the video. Also, I would especially thank all those who have been loyal to the subscription. I am trying my hard to come up with good videos on good topics that are related to us somewhere very deeply, and I hope it helps people in a lot of ways. Although one thing that I would really request each one is to please send in your comments as well. I really would love to know as to what exactly you need from the content that you need from the videos that I am presenting, and what did you find missing or you liked specifically in a particular video that I have recorded or presented. Not wasting time, let's go to today's episode, today's topic. Emergence of an evil starts with emergence of evil thought. Now, evil thought is what is today's topic. How do we identify a thought? Of course, there are so many thoughts in a day that we really cannot particularly pick up one thought and that you have recognized, okay, this is a thought. But if we are conscious, we can identify it and we can stop it before it goes to the thought getting converted into an evil talk or an evil action. So we need to capture or we need to hold the evil thought itself. Now, what are the kind of thoughts that can happen or turn into an evil talk or an evil action? I would start with my favorite one, and that is when we lie. So what is the thought when we start, when we are pushed to, when we are made to lie? We all lie. I think most of the times that I see videos also, I feel that there are people who've been lying. And when I see people lying, when it comes to just talking ideal and things like that, I somewhere feel it's not correct to put yourself again into this perfect image, because none of us are perfect. But when we have to lie, it itself means that we are so much conscious of showing people that I am perfect boss and you need to be like me. You need to follow me because I am perfect. No one's perfect, but we are trying to be perfect. I mean, everyone's trying to be perfect. Now, at what level? So some people try being perfect at a physical level, some people try being perfect at a mental level, and some people like me try being perfect at a soul level. Now, for me, the other two really don't matter much, because I want to feel peaceful within. So it's very important that we know we need to get into this very thought that why we are pushed to lie. And one of the things that comes to me as a reason is that we have all become very image conscious people. So I guess most of us are somewhere all the time concerned that what is she thinking about me? What is she thinking about me? What is he thinking about me? Oh my God, I have created a very good impression by this particular act of mine, and now I don't want to spoil it, and now I want to maintain it. Again, creating a good impression or image is not very difficult, but maintaining is very difficult. So once people, maybe I was very honest in my first impression. After that, just to maintain that, I become dishonest. I mean, what was that? So, certain things like these keep happening to us all the time, and we become victims to lie. Now, lying is an act, but the thing that forces us to lie is because we fear being judged. Now, why we fear being judged is because we judge. So I think we can just start by doing this. Let's not judge people so that you automatically are not feared of being judged. But we start judging that, okay, he or she was like this or like that. I mean, who are you? Who are we to form a judgment? Whoever it is, however it is, as long as it is not having a direct effect and ill effect on us, how does it matter? But we are such freebies, we are such free people sitting here doing nothing, that we all have the tendency to keep judging people, and then we fear that we will be judged as well. So to protect ourselves from being wrongly judged, we end up lying. That was about lying. The second and the most common thought, jealousy, envy. Now, many people said, no, I never get jealous of anybody. That is again a sheer lie, an absolute lie. There has been nobody on this planet who's never got jealous or who's never felt envious for anybody. We all have. We all have. Even the toppers have had. So if they were toppers in something, they were lacking somewhere, and that was what made them feel jealous. Now, I have always been a very average student. I have been average in everything. So when it comes to somebody telling me that, okay, I was so jealous of you because the way you speak, I somewhere felt, oh, okay, I also have something in me with which people would feel jealous. Otherwise, I would always feel that I'm so average. Why would people get jealous of me? But it so happens that sometimes, if you consider that you're successful in all the areas of life, you find yourself lacking somewhere. And when you feel that somebody else is better in that area, you start feeling jealous. And it's nothing to feel ashamed of. Nothing. I have felt jealous so many times about so many people, all the years that I've been growing. Even today, I somewhere feel, oh my God, how this person is able to do this so well and I'm not able to do it so well. So I do feel it. But then I realize that, okay, this person is different. I am different. I have something that he or she doesn't have, and she has something that I don't have, and that's okay. But this is a second thought. The primary thought at times do end up having me being jealous, and that's okay. But if you catch hold of it, you can prevent yourself from getting this jealousy and envy to make you talk or behave in a wrong way. So this is important. Being envy or jealous is not a wrong emotion. It's a natural emotion. So we cannot stop the negative emotion. Now, if we are not just comprised of positive emotions, we are comprised of negative emotions also. And if we are talking about thought, a thought is essentially nothing but our feelings and emotions getting converted into a thought. Now, the next one, anger. Again, it's a very basic emotion. It's a primary emotion. You cannot tell people don't get angry. Anger is something we are born with it. So, of course, the proportions differ. Okay, some people are always jealous. Some people are always angry. So, the proportions differ. But we all do have that element. So, the most patient person you have known all your life, even that person must have had an episode of outburst of an anger. The person you've always seen to be all contented would have also had an episode of being jealous for something or somebody. Now, it's fine to have that emotion. The point is, if you catch hold of it, if you can identify it, when the time it emerges, you can prevent it from taking a wrong path. Now, this is where I'm talking about how evil thought creeps and makes its way into wrong action. Correct? Next comes hostility. And we being hostile for people, I think it comes so because we are used to taking everything very personally. Now, there are some people I just don't like. I just despise. Why? Why am I supposed to despise people? Why am I supposed to hate people? But this thing of hostility and enmity also arises. I think it's again, we are all taught not to be hostile towards people because that's a very extreme emotion of dislike. We are angry with people when we are jealous and angry with people. The emotion of dislike is there, but it is at a very shallow level. You have that dislike, but when it is hostility, when it turns into enmity, it is a deeper emotion. So that means the anger or the jealousy aspect of someone, you have nurtured that thought so much that it has got converted into hostility now. It's got converted into enmity, because when you keep nurturing such thoughts, you end up into speaking wrong, you end up into behaving wrong, and now the reaction of your wrong behavior or action is turning into the enmity from both the sides. And now this is turned into a proper enmity. So it's a cold war, which we will call it. But why to reach that stage in the first place? And the worst thing that happens in all this is when people turn into these emotions when they are not controlled, that turns into vengeance. Vengeance is when you want to teach somebody a lesson, when you want to punish somebody. Now this is an extreme form of evil act, because I guess none of us are supposed to take that charge of punishing or teaching someone a lesson, but it's an ego-based action that we call it as. But this only happens when you have given extreme importance to that evil thought of yours. If you would have eliminated, discarded that evil thought at its birth, you wouldn't have gone to the extent of vengeance, because vengeance could be in any form, and that vengeance could be really, really dangerous in a lot of aspects and a lot of things in your life. It could really ruin you at times in a very, very different way. So we all need to understand that it is right from these basic shallow negative thoughts which we keep nurturing, and it turns into something as bad and as evil as when we get into the act of taking vengeance. And now the queen of all evil thoughts, according to me, and that's manipulating and conspiracy. This is a disease. This is mental sickness. And here is something, these are the people who really should go and take help, because for them everything is now happening in a very crooked manner. So anything that they want to achieve in life is via a crooked path, and that path is generally by using some manipulative technique or some conspiracy to achieve their goals. And these are the people who have had probably all these things, right from lying to being jealous to having anger, and then to maybe set their goals, or maybe work on their goals, or to achieve what they have dreamt of, or to teach somebody a lesson. They manipulate and they conspire. So now this is manipulation and conspiracy, when before it is acted, requires a lot of deep thought process. That means that you have now reached that level of your evil thought process or evil thinking patterns that you don't realize that now you are just, of course, lying and being jealous and all those things are just, I think, just kiddos. They are kindergarten evil elements for you. You have reached that master level of manipulation and conspiring against people. And here is something that is, I think the way to come back to that solace and inner peace is going to be the most difficult process for these people. So what I'm trying to just tell you all in this video is that till you reach that level of conspiracy and manipulation, we need to understand and identify the evil thought at its very birth stage. So if at the very conception stage, at the conception stage you realize it, you can catch hold of it. So that is the reason the cleansing, the mental cleansing, which you call it, is very important every day. Of course, we'll come to the remedial part of all this later on, but today was just an introduction, or just a thought, or rather I would say just a provoking you all towards an understanding and being a little alert towards the thoughts that we have. Of course, how many ever thoughts that we can capture, try to identify whether the thought was evil or where is this thought going to eventually take you, so that you can kill it or nurture it depending upon its quality. And when I come next time, I would really be obliged to see and be very happy to see the comments wherein if you all have mentioned the thoughts that you have captured and successfully eliminated at its conception stage. Even if you were not able to, kindly write to me. Let's just discuss that. Thank you so much for watching this. Stay tuned for next episode.